Whether you have a business or whether you want to take control of your own finances, it's kind of good to be able to do that in a format. And the format that I use, because I'm sort of like familiar with it, but it's a recognized international format, and it's the statements of accounts. So there's principally two lots of accounts. There's a balance sheet, which tells you about your assets and your liabilities, and then you have your income statement, which includes your income and your expenditures going out to give you a net profit. So I want to just, before we actually delve into each of those areas, just talk about the whole philosophy of how that works. And I have for a long time, I went into my own business in 1983, so I've had an understanding of that. 10 years prior to that, I was working for three corporate organizations, so I had an understanding of it, but it wasn't really until actually I finished with my first business after about 7 years and moved to Florida that I really learnt the accounting side of it. Now, I don't want you to switch off because you think this is going to be about accounting. It is, but it's in a sort of a way that relates to your personal situation. And so I gained an understanding of this. I gained because I actually took an accounting qualification. But what I want to do is to take that information and simplify it for you, just to make it easily digestible. So between this video and the next 5 videos, I'm going to cover each of the areas. So the areas that we have are, as I said, income statement, which is also often referred to as profit and loss account, and then we have the balance sheet. As you can see, I'm not going to win any awards for scribing, but I just want to take these concepts. So as I said, within the income statement, we have the income, and then we have the expenditures. And then within the balance sheet, we have assets and liabilities. And we actually have a third account, and that's called equity. And I'll go into each of those. As I say, I'm actually going to do a video in each of those so that you have an understanding of it. With the income statement, we make a simple deduction. We take our income less our expenditure, and we come out with hopefully a net profit, or a net profits or net income. And I say hopefully because if your expenditures exceed your income, then you're going to have a net loss, and that's obviously a dangerous situation to be in. So let's just talk just very briefly, because I want you to understand the relationship. You see, all of these accounts will balance. So the balance sheet balances. But here's the thing that I want you to just to crystallize here. And you may have heard the term double entry bookkeeping. And essentially it means that in any one where we make an entry, there's a corresponding entry in one of these other accounts. So within one entry in one account has a corresponding entry in another. So let's keep this very, very simple. You have an income coming in, and let's just assume this is a salary. The salary comes into the income statement. Where does it go? Into your bank account, which is an asset. You go to the shops and you buy something, and let's say it's food. So you do your groceries and you pay for it with your debit card. It comes out the bank account. So you have this relationship of that here is the negative. Here you're spending money there and it comes out there. You're earning income here and it's adding to this here. So there's that relationship that works between the two. And it's not always those accounts, and we'll get into that in a little bit more detail. But I just want you to have an understanding there, and hopefully I've explained that. If I haven't, if I have explained it well, or if I haven't explained it well, then I'd love you to give me that information. Put some comments below, because I want to know whether the message that I'm trying to deliver here is clear. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Share this with your friends, and make sure when you do subscribe you hit the notification bell so that you know when the next video is going to be posted. So the next one we're going to talk about, interestingly enough, and it's not going to be quite in that order, we're actually going to talk about expenditure. So when we talk about expenditure, you'll understand why we talk about expenditure first before we talk about income. So see you in the next video. Please remember to subscribe and like and share. Thank you for watching, and please like and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of future videos.